Scotty, beam me up.
Oh. Smash.
Get over here! It is pointless to resist.
All right. Welcome to the Geek Den. Very special episode. We have Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh. Welcome, ladies.
Hi.
Hello.
We have CJ, Maggie, and Lulu. So what we like to do is we like to find out the origin of any band that we talk to. So what brought about the name Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh? And what, like, I know you guys are sisters, but how did you guys get started playing music, specifically this metal style that you guys do?
For sure. There's so many different kind of avenues and leads and how we got to where we are. So from Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh, where it came from, was actually from our mom. So we started when we were, like 8 years old. Lou was 4.5.
Yeah.
And we didn't really know what we wanted to call our band, or what we were doing as part was like a cover band at that moment. And we'd probably say we probably wanted to call ourselves like the Powerpuff Girls or something like that. But our mom was like, well, why don't you do Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh? Because we are a faith-based band. And so she was like, well, you're the three gifts that God gave to me, kind of correlating that the three gifts were given to Jesus at his birth. So just like a little homage back to our faith. But that's where the name came from.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so we started off as a cover band, or like family band, because we grew up listening to 80s hair metal. Our dad loved to rock out with us in the car, and he was like, well, let's just start like a little family band and just for us.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, because Lulu wanted to play drums at 4.5. I wanted to play guitar at like 7, 8, and then Maggie was playing piano. And so we just kind of threw Maggie the bass, and the bass was like taller than her and bigger than her. And she was like, okay. And so we just started playing cover songs of like Skillet, Matthew West, Petra. And then we started wanting to actually play shows.
Mm-hmm.
And we got our shows off of Craigslist, which is very interesting. But they were like, do you want free exposure? They would play what is it, like D-Land Palooza, some really small like local festivals.
Like local festivals. We played at a couple like used car lots. We played a couple house shows that we probably should not have been allowed to do there.
But we just started off that journey, and then so we were playing probably like would be considered rock. We didn't even know what screaming was, or the metal genre. And we went to Rockville, which is a big rock festival in Florida. And Maggie was like, oh my goodness, let me just look up some of these bands. And she found Bring the Horizon.
Bands like
Ask Alexandria. And she was like, oh my goodness, I love this. And so she came home and she showed me and Lulu. And at that time, I still was like, I don't know about this. And then she kind of started showing more bands like Flyleaf and Lacey Sturm. And I was like, oh my word, Maggie, you totally need to do that. You need to scream. And of course, she was just kind of probably just yelling and not technically screaming, but through a couple years, and she truly perfected it. And so she kind of did her high screams in the beginning, but now she's getting to more of like the gutturals and the lower scream, which I definitely feel like fits her voice so much more. And so that's kind of how we are today.
Right on. I love that, because like I've been a death metal vocalist, a hardcore vocalist, so like I know it goes into the screaming, and if you're not doing it properly, it hurts.
Yeah.
So like kudos, well done. Like it's very, you got a great growl. Like honestly.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it took a little bit, because I thought I had it down, and then in 2019 I ended up like blowing my voice out, and so for a while it like I could not even make it through an entire show. Like my voice would be shot, and then then it
Been
like
there.
started to be like, oh, okay, well, I can make it through a show, but then like the next few days I don't have a voice. So
Yep.
Yeah.
before we went on this tour, I was like super scared. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna be able to make it through the whole tour. But I've had
Right.
no issues. I've been hitting like super low screams, like the lowest screams that I've ever been able to do live, and like I have no issues. And some of the high screams are even coming back, which like I didn't used to be able to do those anymore. Like I thought I just lost those forever.
Right.
Like those are coming back now too. And like some of our fans that have been fans of us for years are coming up to us and they're like, oh my word, your highs are back and you were so low tonight. Like that was crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like that vocal style is so hard to perfect. But
Yeah.
if you do, especially for like, you don't see it very much in female fronted bands, but you're seeing it more today.
Yeah. Yeah. There's been a lot of like kicking
there's
stuff
bands-
around going on. Like, yeah.
Look at
Exactly.
Arch Enemy. Look at bands like
Yeah.
Arch Enemy in this moment, you know,
Mhm.
Flyleaf.
Mm.
But there's a band I know called The Anchor, and they're the same situation. They're the singer. I don't know how this sound comes out of this little girl, but it's there. And it's amazing, and they're amazing. And you guys, like, same thing. I don't know how you guys make the sounds that you do, but I'm glad you do, because it
Oh my
makes me
goodness.
feel, it takes me back, like, honestly.
Thank you.
Like, I just want to touch on something. The other day, I just opened up your Spotify and hit shuffle, and the first song that played was SMILE,
Mhm.
and the whole time I'm just like, all right, I'm with this. Like, yes, you guys sealed it for me right there. I was like, yep.
Doing the
These
vibe
guys-
cat.
you guys, yeah, I was. If you've ever seen the Vibe Cat videos, it's exactly what I was doing.
Yeah, that song is definitely, it has the energy live, which we like when we first started playing it, we're like, oh, this is a lot slower than we thought it would be. But then like the crowd gets into it and you're like, oh, it's a groove. Like this is a vibe. It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
fast.
It's a great opener.
Yeah.
Like, it would be for me, it would be a great opener anyway, 'cause it sets the tone for your guys' show, I feel. And it embraces all the energies that you guys put into it. So it's like, it hits me in the heart in a way that music lately really hasn't. So
Yeah.
props.
Well, thank you. We definitely try.
So Bring Me the Horizon, Asking Alexandria, bands like that brought you into the metal, like, that's vocaling style. Is that what you said? Like bands like that?
Yeah, it's like some of the more like new type of metalcore bands, like those well, they're not like really new, but they were like more, they're not like the classics, like the metal classic band. They were more like the newer scene. And like bands like A Day to Remember, especially because they're from Florida, so I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then like we started listening to them more, and they do a ton of genre bending, and they have like the pop punk mixed with the hardcore, and they even did a project with Marshmello, so they have like an EDM type song mixed with like
really?
it's,
awesome.
so it's stuff that we love to do.
Also, like their like genre is almost kind of genre bending too,
all
through
over the
different
place, yeah.
So it's just really interesting to pull from other bands that we didn't even know kind of existed, or genres that we didn't even know. And this whole festival, like the bigger festivals, like Rockfest, Rock USA, Rockville. What was the one in Carolina Rebellion, but it changed.
They got rid of that one.
But yeah, we didn't even know any of these bands existed, and then we just opened up to this world, and we're like, this is amazing.
Yeah, the festivals are good for that. Like, I
Yeah.
remember the first time I went to Warped Tour, I saw so many bands that I didn't even know were a thing. And, but they've been around for years, and it's like, okay, show me that, give me that too. I want that. That's awesome. Oh man, like, who would you guys say is a favorite band you've played with to this point?
That's a hard one. I know we're on tour with Fozzy right now, and so they have been just a really fun band to watch because they have so much energy, and we grew up listening to like the 80s style music, and they pull a lot of influences from that, and with like the crazy guitar solos and like the really in your face show, and it's a lot of fun to watch that and just be like, oh my goodness, this is like, it's just fun, and it's like you don't have to worry about like being judged for like, oh my word, this is such intricate music and I don't know if I could even play it. Like it's fun music. It doesn't matter if it's like but the guitar solos are like actually crazy. Like I don't think I could ever try like any of them ever.
They can wail.
Yeah. Rich and I'm blanking on his name. Billy, yes. They solo in one of their songs, I believe, for 7 minutes straight. I'm not kidding. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah. So it's just so much fun to watch them.
Yeah.
I think
we've also played a festival with Disturbed. And watching their iconic song be played live and everyone go crazy was wild.
Everyone was waiting for it, and they made the intro extra long because they knew everyone knew it was coming. And so we're just like, oh, is it now? And it's like, oh my goodness. And then they finally did it, and we're just like, oh my word.
Also, we have to Drowning Pool because their front man was one of, I think we played with them, 2000? I
think it was 2018.
Yeah, 18. And we pull a lot of inspiration from them, especially some of the things you say from stage and just the way they kept the crowd going. It was really cool.
Yeah, Drowning Pool is one of those bands that, like, I'm not the biggest Disturbed fan today, but when they were first starting, like, they were huge for me. You know, like that first album, like it just stuck with me. And I've seen them live, so I know what you're talking about when they play that signature classic tune. Yeah. And that intro gets extended and the energy is just there.
Yeah.
Like I'm not the biggest fan. I wasn't when I saw them, but that song, that was a good performance.
Yeah.
And then like just Drowning Pool. Like for me, it was Dave Williams, the original vocalist. Like his vocal style really inspired me. And then when he passed away, I kind of dropped off of them a little bit, but their new stuff, my goodness.
Yeah.
Man, they're back to it. They're back to it. It's awesome. So just the fact that you guys are playing with these bands is mind blowing to me. Like as a Chris Jericho fan, like the Fozzy tour, like, and I'm a Chris Jericho fan from way back, like way back in the day. And it's just having that connection is just, it's crazy to me. So congratulations on all the success to this point. Like you guys, you definitely deserve it.
We definitely pay homage to the people that supported us. Like we'd never want to say it was only us and our talent that brought us through here. Like no, we have our team. We have our team GFM. We have our parents that definitely pushed us and saw the potential in us before we even did. And we have people like you guys, like helping us have a platform to just like speak who we are and speak our truth,
spread our name.
Yeah, and then also like people like Chris. I mean, he's the reason that we're on this tour, and
he's the reason we have a booking agent.
Yeah, when we played Brat Days in Wisconsin, he was Fozzy was the headliner, and also Crash Karma was on that bill too. And so they watched us side stage, and we didn't even realize they watched us. And we played, and then we went to the or I think we saw Rich watching us, and so that was really cool. And we went to our merch table, and we usually talk with everyone who wants to talk with us. And our mom pulled us aside, and she was like, "Hey, I just need to pull you for like 5 minutes." We were like, "Well, let's like wait. We want to talk to everyone first because there was a giant storm coming through." And like, "No, you don't understand. Just let me take you for 5 minutes." And we were like, "Okay." And so he was backstage, and Chris is like this giant guy, and he was like, "I love your music." He's like, "I'm a big fan." He's like, "Can we please stay in contact?" And, like, that's what everyone says. We're like, "Oh, okay, but this is really cool meeting you." And 2 weeks later, we get a call from their booking manager. And he was like, "Hey, Chris really wants to put a tour together and have you guys tour with us. Would you be willing to do that?" And we're like, "Would we be willing to do it?" Yes, we would. And then also Dan wanted to work with us. And so he's just opened a lot of opportunities and a lot of cool things are coming in the works that we can't really say yet. But yeah, he is
there's people who are in the industry who like took a second to really just give their time of day to us and believe in us. It just helped us like phenomenally.
Yeah, because Chris, he also helped younger wrestlers too. So just him helping in each industry that he involves himself in is just really cool to see.
Yeah, he's definitely a stand-up guy like that, real class act. Like he's always helped, like in the wrestling industry, I know for a fact that he's always helped out the younger guys. Like you got a new guy on TV, put him in there with Jericho, he'll make him look good. Same thing with the music industry. Like he knows talent when he sees it, and You guys are living proof of that. You guys.
Oh my goodness.
He wanted you guys on the tour, so
Yeah.
like, you guys are doing something right. But, oh man, that's I'm insanely jealous of that.
Oh my goodness.
Why don't we go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come back and touch back on some more of this stuff.
Cool.
My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. Wherever I go, he goes. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy and me. Kiss sister, kiss sister, kiss sister. Wherever I go, you're gonna go. Kiss sister, kiss sister, kiss sister, kiss sister and me.
My Buddy and Kid Sister. Each sold separately from Play School.
Mad balls, gross for one, gross for all. We play with a mad ball, they're gross, funny, yucky, sick. There's 8, so you can take your pick. We throw, catch, it's fun. There's so much gross in every one. Freaky fun is what they're for. There's so much ugly, so much more. Gross for one, gross for all. We play with a mad ball. We play with a mad ball. We play with a mad ball. Mad ball.
Freaky fun for everyone, sold separately from Amtoy.
Mad ball.
All right, we're back. Okay, during our break, you guys said you like superhero movies, comic book movies, anime, stuff like that. One of my favorite questions to ask on this show is, who's your favorite Batman, if you have one?
I love the Christian Bale Batmans. Those were my favorite. And like the Heath Ledger Jokers, that was my favorite Joker of all time.
That's fair. That's a fair stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Lego Batman?
Lego Batman?
Lego Batman.
I can get behind Lego Batman.
Yeah, totally.
Isn't that Will Arnett?
I'm trying to think. It might be.
I think that's Will Arnett who voices him. But yeah, I can get behind Lego Batman.
What about you, Sue? Batman?
I'd say Lego Batman.
Lego Batman?
I love Lego Batman.
It is Will Arnett. You're right.
Now I gotta go watch Lego Batman.
I know, right?
I know those movies are kid movies, but they literally, their humor is, it's our humor.
Our humor.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's amazing. But yeah, I'm an old school Batman guy. I'm the Keaton. Always going to be Michael Keaton. But I really enjoyed Robert Pattinson in the new one, if you haven't seen it.
We haven't seen it yet, but we heard it was really cool.
I enjoyed it. Craig is indifferent.
There was just certain things I picked out, like the Riddler just made no sense at first. Like it all came together at the end, but like none of it made any sense at first.
Oh my goodness!
Definitely a different take on the Riddler. I will say that.
Yeah,
but I enjoyed it. But yeah, Christian Bale did a great job as Batman. The voice irritated me a little bit.
Yeah, the voice was a little irritating.
But it was a great Batman overall, I think.
Yeah.
And then, are you guys into the Marvel movies at all? Have you kept up?
We watched them all.
Yes.
Have you watched any of the series?
We've watched some of them. I'm behind. I haven't watched Loki or Hawkeye yet, and so I haven't watched Moon Knight yet either. The one episode.
I haven't watched Moon Knight, but I have watched Loki and Hawkeye, and Loki is amazing.
Alligator Loki.
Alligator Loki. That's all you gotta say. But no, Hawkeye, it was good for what it was.
Okay.
It's set around Christmas, so I would recommend watching it at Christmas time, honestly. But you can watch it any time of the year. But it's good. It's decent enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
It becomes the new Nightmare Before Christmas, or the story of Christmas.
No.
It's basically just him trying to get home for Christmas. Like that's really the whole premise of the series. But it's good. And then there's Eternals. I haven't watched that one yet either.
Yeah, we saw that one. I think we're caught up on all the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
I'm just behind on the shows.
I think Eternals is the only one I have to watch. And then, but what was it? What If? Did you guys watch the What If series?
No, I need to watch that one too. I forgot. I guess there's another one I have to watch.
That blew my mind. Like,
yeah, our dad, he's like majorly caught up on them, and he goes and watches all like the old ones to see where they line up and stuff. And so he's always texting us. I'm like, Dad, you're going to spoil this for me.
Yeah, it's great when they don't know. Oh man, like it's just stuff from my childhood. Like Batman was always there. Like, and I'm so happy that he's still here, just in a different form for the next generation.
Right.
Because it's like not every generation has a Batman. Like my grandfather, I can't say, "Hey, Pap, who's your favorite Batman?" He can't tell me. He's 83. You know, he's not going to tell me. But like from here on out, it's just nice to know that every generation will have a Batman to argue over.
Yeah.
Because you don't see people doing that with Superman.
Yeah.
No. Batman's
like,
a pretty passionate subject.
Batman is.
Well, I think you have that everyone kind of already dislikes the DC franchise right now because they're all the movies or what was it? Who's the company it's by?
I don't even remember.
Sony. Everyone doesn't like them or something because they always make the movies bad.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, they're DC. Like they can never finish a trilogy.
Yeah.
No.
If it wasn't for Christopher Nolan, I don't think The Dark Knight would have ever got finished. But yeah,
that's
like
because
Marvel,
Batman carries DC. You know what I mean? Like you don't really think DC and think Superman or Wonder Woman. You automatically just think Batman.
Yeah. Aquaman was pretty good though.
I do like Aquaman.
And of all actors, Jason Momoa is probably the best choice to play Aquaman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
He's a good-looking dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like I haven't seen Aquaman, but I've seen like stills and everything. He looks fantastic as Aquaman. So
yeah,
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Like the visual aspects of it were extremely incredible too.
Yeah.
I love good effects like that.
Yeah. It looked like they were like really underwater and like all of the like animals that they put in there. It was like, oh, this is so cool.
I'll definitely have to check it out because I need a good CG movie in my life. Not like CG movies are always real campy and cheesy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell it's CG. I want to be able to not tell it's CG. And so Aquaman sounds like it would be that movie for me. Oh man, I can't thank you guys enough for coming on. Honestly.
Oh, for sure.
Talked a little bit of nerdy stuff. Talked a little bit of nerdy stuff. Talked about the tour. You guys just dropped a new single. Why don't you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, so the single is called Framing My Perception, and it's the title track of our new EP that has the same name. And that comes out on May 27th. And so we wanted it to be this big, like, atmospheric type song because a lot of our music is very heavy and it's very aggressive and it's very, like, fast-paced. And so we wanted a song that, dealt with the topics of taking a step back and evaluating what's going on in your life and taking that second to just breathe and recenter yourself and just change the way you view things in your life. And because we all go through things that are super difficult and that are really trying at times, but if we can change the way we view it and view it in a more positive outlook and view it as a learning point and try to overcome it in that way, it becomes a lot more easier and we can learn from it better. And that's why we wrote it in a more like atmospheric and because it matches the message, and we didn't want to write a song about like taking a step back and just be like take a step back. So it is a little different than our normal sound, but I think it definitely fits really well with the message of that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Can't wait for that. I wanted to say the acoustic songs you guys did, they're really good too. Like you guys' style really translates very well to the acoustic.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been doing a couple new ones in our VIPs, and we tried to take the really heavy songs and change them to acoustic stuff. And so it was a little challenging, but they ended up sounding really, really pretty. And so it's very weird every time we play it because we're like, this song is supposed to be really heavy, but we're just singing it right now, and it has a melody. But it's really cool to see just everybody's faces light up. They're like, I know this, but this is different.
Right. It's mind blowing when you hear songs like that in a different style.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, it doesn't have to be loud and aggressive all the time. It's the same song, and I still love it, maybe even more.
Yeah, and that's what we've been hearing from a lot of people, and they're like, oh my goodness, I like, because we've been playing Bones acoustically, and then we open up the show with like the metal version, and they're like, I love the electric version of Bones, like it was my favorite song, but now I think I might like the acoustic even more. We're like, oh my goodness.
That song definitely works acoustically. Like, I love both versions, but like, holy crap, the energy in that song is just palpable.
Yeah, and that's we wanted the song to be like, because it is a song of just like betrayal and like heartbreak, and we wanted that anger behind those feelings to be like, you can like physically feel it, and like you're listening to the song and we wanted your like blood to boil, basically. We wanted your heart rate to like speed up and stuff, so you could feel the same feelings that we were feeling at the time.
Yeah, that's great. Well, we can't wait to see what you guys have coming next.
Yeah,
I know I'm excited for it. Good luck on the tour, and like, good luck in the future with everything you guys have coming. Like, you guys deserve every single bit of it. Like, you're killing it right now. And
thank you so much.
We do have new music coming out May
27th.
May 27th
comes out.
27th, a new EP.
We're really excited about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cannot wait. Well, girls, thanks again for coming. And again,
wait, one more time.
Oh, wait.
We gotta
One
push
more
our own
time?
stuff. We gotta push our own stuff.
We do. We do have to push our own stuff, because I forgot to do it last night when we were talking about it.
I totally forgot to.
We have a contest going on for our 1 year anniversary. On April 20th, we will be drawing a winner, and the winner will receive some vinyl from our friends in American Thrills.
Wow, sweet.
They will also receive a copy of Dad Mented, a book by our very own Craig Lucas here.
Oh my goodness.
And this one,
they'll also receive this book by Craig.
Whoa.
And then a book by our buddy Craig Lewis is also going to be up for grabs. So go to our Facebook, follow the instructions on the pinned post at the very top of our page, and you will figure out what you guys got to do. And you guys have a contest going on too, don't you?
Yeah, we're giving away a free PRS guitar, and it's been personalized by us and signed, and we wanted to give it away for this whole tour. So throughout the tour, you can come see us and sign up, but if you're not able to make it, you can go to our website, or it's linked on our Instagram, it's linked on our Facebook, it's everywhere, and you just put in your email, and if you want a second entry, you put in your phone number, and you're automatically entered to win. And then, you know, I think the day after the tour ends, so like probably May 17th, we'll pick a winner, and it'll randomly like select somebody who's inserted their name, and then we'll shoot you a text or an email to figure out where we need to send it. So yeah, and it's all for free.
Awesome. There you go. So there's a couple contests, people.
Yep.
You can win some vinyl, some books, and a guitar.
Yeah.
So, a really good guitar. PRS makes awesome gear. So,
Absolutely.
But GFM, thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome, and thank you for having us, letting us talk for a little.
Yeah, for sure.
It's what we do here. Well, Craig, another one in the books, buddy.
Another one. Dude.
The dreaded beast versus the savage hunter. Aliens versus Predator with awesome new Predators. Clan leader attacks with whipping dreadlocks. And Stalker, glowing in the dark, fires his spear. Suddenly, flipping up his attack spikes, the wild boar alien charges. And the ferocious mother alien in her monstrous hive traps Spiketail, then covers him in ooze.
Ooze 'em!
Who will survive? Aliens versus Predator. Queen Hive playset comes with mother alien figure and ooze. Other figures sold separately.
Let's have breakfast at the Dinosaur Diner.
Nothing is finer than breakfast at the Dinosaur Diner. Dinosaurs, tiny dinosaurs like you never saw before. Fruity dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs are a big part of this nutritious breakfast.
4 more balls!
Coming up!